stop casting. Chase the dream. Welcome to Season 5 of Musky Mastery Outdoors, brought to you by Joe Bucher Outdoors, #1 in big game fish products, and by Recon Boats, made by craftsmen, built for fishermen. I had the afternoon free after wrapping up my morning guide trip, so I decided to get out and explore some new water with the goal of locating a few fish for my upcoming clients. But I was dead tired, and as I retrieved my 500 Buchertail, I looked back at my net to check that it was in good position, but then started daydreaming about battling a big muskie and the moves that I would need to make. I woke up to the sound of my steel leader colliding with the tip of my rod, and to my amazement, there was a giant muskie trailing just centimeters behind it. The sound spooked the big fish, and she sank back down into the depths.
What was I looking at? Oh, Jazzy.
After I was done beating myself up for the costly mistake I had made, I decided that I was not going to take no for an answer. I was determined more than ever before to hold this muskie, so I returned numerous times to check on her, but saw no response. But as the sky began to change and a storm rolled in, I decided to give the Daydreamer beast just one more try, and this time, she answered the door. Got her. That's her. That is her. Okay. Okay. That is a big fish. Okay. You're hooked well. If I can just net you. Come here. You're hooked good, baby. Come here. Yeah, you're hooked good enough. Okay. Holy, I got you. I got you. Oh my God. I got her. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that brood. Oh my God. You guys, that is a Northern Wisconsin trophy right there in all proportions. Holy smokes. I was daydreaming when she first followed in, but I came back on the light change with the trusty 500 Grape Flame and scored on this awesome brute of a muskie. Look at the size of that fish, guys. The belly,
the girth, the length. She's got it all. Let's get her back and I'll fill you in on all the details. Wow. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to this Musky segment. I gotta say guys, you can see the weather change in the background, and that is a big part of what led to this awesome catch on this musky hunt here that you've joined me on. And I would say in all the muskies I've caught, you know, this has got to rank up there, not only with the epicness of the fight, but really the emotional high and low that I went through during this whole hunt. And I just want to walk you through a couple things and point out a couple key musky learning points as we go through. First thing is I messed up. I'd say the second cast of my trip, I was looking at my big landing net, and I'm just kind of daydreaming honestly about netting a muskie by myself. I'm looking at the net and I'm saying, okay, is it positioned properly? And I think I'm like replaying a catch scenario in my head. And as I look down, I clink my steel leader right into the tip of the lead guide on my rod. And to my disbelief, there's a huge muskie nosed up to the old 500 Grape Flame Buchertail tinsel. I mean, just right there. And I tried to, do a figure eight, and I had lost it. It was a shame. I was so disappointed with myself. I couldn't believe that I had made such a, just a basic mistake. It just goes to show that any single one of these musky casts that you take could be the one. So I was pretty bummed. I fished the spot, and I just, I was going through this emotional high and low of, how could you do this? It was such a big fish. And so anyway, I started to kind of, as I'm working through my emotional letdown, if you will, I kind of decided, I said, you know what? No, I am going to catch this fish. I am not backing down. And I changed my attitude very quickly to this tenacious, just, I'm going to catch that fish. And so I kept hitting that spot at various times throughout the afternoon. But I didn't see that muskie, and I kept saying to myself, I know she's gonna be back there. She didn't eat, and what I focused on was this light change that you're seeing right now. She followed it, and I probably could have caught her on round one. And that was what was most frustrating. But when I saw this light change take place, I said, bingo. That is what I need to trigger this fish. So I went back to that spot and I just started casting in the area that I thought she was going to be hanging. And sure enough, pow, she just smashed it. So moral of the story there is, sometimes when you make a mistake, and we all make mistakes, pros and average regular anglers alike, we all make mistakes and everything, and that includes musky fishing, unfortunately. But the key here is to never give up. You keep casting, you reinvigorate your mental game, and you have to keep thinking smart, keep thinking critically. And I was, again, the big part of that, why I caught this muskie, is because I had made it up in my mind that I wanted that fish. I wanted that fish bad. And so I stuck around that area until I saw the change in conditions that I needed to score. And then I went and I got her. That fight, as you also might be thinking about, that fight was pretty intense. I mean, it was a big, heavy fish, one of the heaviest June fish I've ever handled in my life. And I was trying to keep a tight line. I could not really tell how well she was hooked. I knew that because I had fought her long enough, she's got to be hooked pretty well. But I'm not usually one to walk around the boat, but in this case, I just felt that was the right decision, and it seemed to work out. It's tough with the 9-foot rod to kind of position a muskie to net them solo, so you really have to be patient. One thing that I've talked to a lot of folks about while I'm guiding is, you know, don't reach for the net unless this button is pushed. You have to always be in free spool mode when you're going to net the muskie, because if you reach for that net and you're obviously not looking at the muskie really when that's happening, and she takes a big run, if you don't have that button pushed, you could be in big trouble. So have the button pushed and play them out, especially the big ones. You just have to kind of, you know, you're not gonna go too far horsing a big fish like that. You've got to play them out, tire them out, and make sure that when you go to net them, you are in position to scoop. And well, that's there you have it, guys. One of the biggest fish you're going to see on the channel this year. An unbelievable fight and a journey on this hunt. You know, from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs. So I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. Thank you again to all the Musky Mastery subscribers out there, you viewers out there. I can't thank you guys enough for all your support, your love over the years. We're gonna do, we got cool things coming. So stay tuned, and as always, thanks for watching.